Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to start doing like a summer countdown or summer list, essentials, skincare, beauty, and fragrance. And I'm going to be giving you a top 5 in each of these categories. Now obviously essential beauty and skincare, there's only going to be one video. Well, for each of those. But for fragrance, it's going to be broken up into 5 different categories. So 5 of 5. So 5 freshies, 5 affordable, 5 luxuries, 5 like ones that you wouldn't consider to be perfect for fragrances for summer, and then ones that you think would be perfect for summer that are. I know it sounds a little weird, and I'll go into it more in each of those videos, but I figured I'd start with fragrances that I would recommend for summer that are no-brainers. These are things that you look at them, you smell them, and you're like, oh yeah, they're perfect for summer. So these are my 5 perfect fragrances for summer, just pretty much the essentials. Now these ones are picked because these are the ones that I have been reaching for and that I will continue to reach for, so they're kind of more in the grab and go area, but they're fantastic. So if you want to know more about them, then keep watching. No particular order, and as always I usually go to my collection, and then at the end of the video I usually give you honorable mentions. And the honorable mentions I actually have for you are not part of my collection yet, so I'll give you guys 1 or 2 honorable mentions, but I don't actually have the presentation bottles. The ones I'm going to share with you guys are a little bit more on the fresher side. Some of them are freshies, some of them just kind of, you know, fit really nicely. Summer always hits Florida year-round. Generally in the summer it's super humid, and every other day or 3 or 4 times a day there are thunderstorms. So I try to look for fragrances that that are really durable, that you can wear, that last a long time on the skin, that are very fresh but work well in damp environments, humid environments, ultra hot environments, and just sometimes really dry environments. It might sound weird, but the Florida weather changes so much in the summer that you really want something that's very versatile. So these are all very versatile fragrances. You can wear in the morning, you can wear in the evening, you can wear casual, you can wear to class, you can wear out and about on dates. They're just pretty much, you can do whatever you want with them. So the first one I'm going to talk about, and I've talked about this one so many times, and obviously I'm going to mention it because I got it specifically for summer, is Clementine or Clementine, California from Atelier Cologne. Now any of Atelier Cologne's citrus fragrances could fit into the mix. So you could have Orange Sanguine, Bergamotto Soleil, California, and also Pomelo Paradise. Pomelo Paradise almost made it to this list. That's a fantastic summer fragrance. But this one specifically I love because I really just like how fresh and crisp this is. It's got just a little touch of herbs in there, like a little bit of basil. But overall this just smells like a beautiful interpretation of a citrus juice, which I love, while still being very fresh and somewhat crisp and sweet. Just a nice balance of everything that works really well in my environment, so I love this one. Next up, and this was actually one of my top picks for 2017 in general, and I absolutely love this. It is Bamboo Harmony by Kilian. Now this is in the Matisse bottle. When this is empty, I don't know if I'll get a refill or if I'll get the bottles to match all the other bottles I have. I haven't quite decided. I'm one of those people. I'll probably just get a refill, but this one is so good, you guys. It's like tea and sweet and crisp and slightly bitter. I love slightly bitterness. I love it when there's a touch of bitterness in fragrances. I really like the balance of sweet and bitter and kind of like ultra dry but also somewhat moist. Does that sound weird? It makes sense if you smell a fragrance. I think a great example of a moist fragrance would be Bat from Zoologist Perfumes, and then just there's some dry fragrances out there that are just really stunning. But this is just really nice. It's a nice beautiful balance. It's very bright, it's very crisp, it cuts through the humidity like a hot knife into butter. No, it's funny because it's hot. But at the same time, there's just something really elegant, and it's just a step above of other green tea fragrances. Or not so much green tea fragrances, just tea fragrances in general. It is elevated, it's a little bit more sophisticated, while still being very easy to wear. So I love this one a lot. Obviously, I talk about it all the time. Next one is one from MCM. Now, I haven't seen many people talk about these fragrances, and I really like them. I can understand if people don't like them, but I find them to be just quite charming. I love the presentation. This thing is so heavy. This cap weighs more than this. I feel like this is like a pound. Anyway, this is White Tea. All of these fragrances would kind of fit. This is part of their Infinite or Infinity collection, was specifically created for spring and summer. There's just something really nice about the White Tea. It's not overtly sweet. It's not overtly like tea. Just very refreshing. I just really like these fragrances a lot. What I like most about these fragrances is they're so unassuming. They're a little bit more intimate than some of the other fragrances out there, but overall, like, these fragrances are so successful in what they are. Specifically, like, the incense. The incense is really light and effervescent, but you still get that smoky incense note in it if you like to wear fragrances like that, but you tend to shy away from them in the summer. White tea to me just kind of smells like you would expect a cup of white tea to taste, and I actually love white tea. And I could go into tea and tea because you guys know that I worked in a tea store for too many years. But this just reminds me of when you drink a cup of white tea. It's just pure, very refreshing. And it just hits all the right spots without being too overwhelming, which is perfect for summer. Next up is one from Guerlain. This is one of their Aqua Allegoria fragrances. This is Pamplelune. I love grapefruit scents, guys. They are absolutely fantastic. They're very crisp, slightly bitter, sweet citrus. They hit all the right notes for citrus fragrances without being too mainstream, while still smelling very relatable and approachable. This one just is one of the best from the Aqua Allegoria lines, just in general. I really love it. I do really like to layer this with Pomelo Paradise or Paradis from Atelier Cologne. I love the just the more grapefruit and the sweetness and the juiciness you get from that. But this is just one of those fragrances out there that just screams, wear me all the time. And I really enjoy that. This just sits really nicely on the skin. It's really sweet, somewhat feminine, very capable of being unisex. And you guys know when I talk about that, I'm talking about how being marketed. Men can wear it if they like more masculine fragrances. Women can wear it if they like more feminine fragrances. It does kind of tend to be more on the feminine side, I think, from the little added sweetness to it. But I think this fits all occasions, anywhere, anytime. And it's just perfect for summer if you want to smell citrusy, but not like how everyone else smells citrusy. Just generally, overall, it's just a beautiful fragrance in general. Generally. Last but not least, and again talking about Atelier Cologne, saying that all of the citrus fragrances from that line would work. Every fragrance from this collection would work, but this one specifically was the one I chose, and it's Acqua di Parma Blue Mediterraneo. This is Bergamotto di Calabria. This, again, citrus. Such a beautiful, slightly sweet fragrance, but this does such a fantastic job of cutting through the humidity. It's unreal. I wear this literally if I'm just sitting in this room because it gets so hot because there's no AC, that's why the fan's on, and I just want to smell nice, but I know I'm gonna be sweating because it gets so hot in here, and this just makes me kind of forget about the heat and just feel very comfortable, smell very nice, and I feel just very refreshed when I wear these fragrances. It's really, really nice. They're very transportive, which I love. Kind of reminds me of, like, have you ever been on the ride Soarin' from Disney? And you're kind of like going through the orange groves and there's just that like hit of wind and just slight citrus in the air. This reminds me of that. Like, it just feels like you're on just this magical adventure through this like citrus grove, and I do love that very much. And I like bergamot a lot. I think that my two favorite citruses in fragrances are grapefruit and bergamot, which is why you see a bit of that in here. And also another great fragrance for the summer is tea fragrances, which is pretty much what this entire list is like citruses, teas, and just bright and refreshing. Anyway, I hope you like these picks. Again, these are just the general ones that I know I'm going to be reaching for over and over and over again. I've already started kind of reaching for them. And I think that these are great for pretty much anywhere in the summer. So if you're taking summer courses or if you work during the summer, these are very work appropriate, very classroom appropriate. They're very versatile to where most of these, I would say maybe not Clementine, California, but at the same time I do think Clementine, California would work very well in daytime and evening settings, specifically if you're going to be doing something more like casual. I think if you're looking for something a little bit more formal and you want to be able to wear on hot summer nights, I would say maybe stick with Bamboo Harmony by Kilian, or maybe also the White Tea from MCM. But now onto my honorable mentions. So my honorable mentions are going to be Savoy Steam from Penhaligon's, and that would be the Eau de Parfum, and also Aqua Celestia from Maison Francis Kurjdjian. Now, I love both of those fragrances so much. They're both very crisp. They're both just, there's something delicious about them, and at the same time, they just cut through the heat like it's nobody's business. Now, I know that I mentioned before that Aqua Celestia actually didn't last too long on my skin, and I've been considering picking up a bottle of it, and I think I might, just because even though it doesn't sit on my skin very long, I get about 2 hours of wear. It's just something that will be so perfect for summer weather. I think I can forgive the longevity factor, but again, the longevity is on my skin in my environment. Generally, I hope for about 4 to 6 hours with my fragrances. That one with a pretty good overspray lasted 2 to 3. But there are tricks that you can use to make your fragrance last longer, and I have tried it with the samples that I have. But I do really enjoy those fragrances, and I also think that they're fantastic picks for summer as well. Anyway, I hope you kind of like this essential list of summer fragrances from me. Again, I'm going to be doing affordable, luxury, white florals, and just maybe an off-the-wall, like, why would you choose these fragrances for summer? These aren't good for summer. And I will be like, yes, they are. Let me tell you why. But this is kind of the essentials, the obvious picks. They are all fantastic fragrances, and I really enjoy them, specifically in the heat and the humidity of my environment. So I hope you like this video and my picks, and as always, I would love to know your picks. What fragrances are you going to reach for this summer? What are some of your favorite citrus fragrances, grapefruit fragrances? Just would love to know what you guys like, because generally I end up spending my money that way, and I always like to hear your recommendations, so let me know in the comments section below. As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this. Also, don't forget to subscribe, because it's free, and I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekends as well. So always have something for you to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy, and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I'll see you next time.